Welcome to the show, everyone. I am so excited about bringing on my first guest. She's just a doll. I have with me Paige Rezendes, and she's the owner of the Refresh Room. Welcome back to the show. You've been on once before, and you've got something really cool that you want to talk about. I want to say hi to everybody out there on Facebook, so hi there. Like us and follow us. We'll share the show later on. I love my show. And the reason why I do is because of all the information that people get. And this is something I don't think I've ever talked about. So welcome to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself, what you do, and then what we're going to talk about.
Hey Carol, thanks for having me back. I'm really excited to be here, and I'm excited to talk about that new treatment that we're offering. But for everybody else, I'm Paige Rezendes. I'm a family nurse practitioner and the owner and founder of the Refresh Room in Goodyear, Arizona. We are a medical spa that specializes in regenerative aesthetics and wellness. We are focusing on all things internal, external beauty, wellness, health, just getting you feeling like your best version of yourself.
Yes, and one of the things that I remember that you talked about when you were here the first time, and I have to say, I mean, when it comes to skin and your face, oh my goodness gracious, it is absolutely beautiful.
You flatter me.
Oh, and I mean, you talked about people that are turning around and doing things more natural.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yours is just, I mean, I'm telling you, I don't know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, you got to tell everybody about it.
Thank you.
Awesome. So today you wanted to talk about a special treatment. Let's talk about that.
Okay, so we have a new laser in office. It is a CO2 laser, and what that means is a carbon dioxide laser. The laser emits a specific wavelength that targets water in the skin. It heats that up, which causes a little bit of an inflammatory reaction, and then from there you get this collagen building, this wound response that is so beautiful. And we focus more on like an ablative or fractional treatment, so it's targeting the specific holes in the skin and removing that tissue. So kind of like aerating along, where you have all that new light, nutrients, water, and energy that can go beneath the grass surface to stimulate that beautiful turnover come spring. It's the same concept for your skin. So if we can remove little pieces of it, we stimulate the collagen, you get this really beautiful result.
We're going to open up the lines to the audience for everyone to call in and get a 20% off for anyone who calls in, and you're going to get this on this CO2 laser treatment. And we're going to talk a little bit about it. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show for this. This is super neat. I've never talked about it, so I don't know too much about it. But I do want to ask you a couple of things. So when you say ablative, first of all, I want you to tell them what they mean by that, because you also talked about holes in the face, right? And there's a lot of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of pores. Are you talking about all the pores? Because sometimes we have holes in our face just from maybe some acne that we had. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So talk about that.
So ablative means we're removing the outer layer of your skin in a very controlled way. So it's more aggressive than lighter, no downtime treatments, but that's why the results are so dramatic. You're essentially resurfacing that whole first layer of the skin. So it's delivering a surgical result without having to go underneath the knife, for people that are scared of that. By removing years of sun damage, you're getting a deep collagen remodeling. We can significantly improve deep wrinkles, sun damage, pore size, tone, texture, and really just kind of help refresh the whole surface of your skin.
So this is somewhat, I want to say, like surgery, but not.
Yeah, there is a little bit of downtime with it. We do some significant numbing. We also offer some treatments like Pronox, which is a laughing gas, kind of helps keep everything a little bit more comfortable. So it is a little bit more aggressive than some of the lighter ones you'll see advertised on Instagram or social media, but the results are incredibly dramatic. It is comparative to what you would see in a surgical dermatology office.
I think that's very interesting. Now we've got our lines open here for everyone to get 20% off this. Our number here is 602-277-5369. She is located in Goodyear. You do free consultations. You're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. The phone number, because you do these free, I think it's important when someone's gonna come in and do something like this, that you really sit down, talk about, because everyone's got a journey that they're going on, with their, not just their skin, but it's their whole beauty and health and happiness too. You're really, what's the word, you're investing in yourself.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And when people are doing that, this is something that you need to sit down and have a plan, right?
Right.
What does it normally start off with? Let's say somebody's come in there and they've never had any work done. Can they just jump right to this, or how does that work?
Typically not. No, you're right. We want to start with the consultation. So we'll go over all of your options, your treatments, things that are of interest to you. So if you come in saying that you want a CO2, there's definitely a couple other things we need to do before that. So with CO2 treatment, it is recommended to do a little pre-care. So we'll want to get you started on some really good skincare to prep your skin for the procedure. We want to adjust your diet 2 weeks before. So high protein, lots of like spinach to help with vitamin K, and that's going to really help your downtime be shorter and your results be better. Yes.
Right. Now, again, her phone number to call, you can call for the consultation is 602-456-0543, and the website is therefreshroom.com. Again, she does free consultations, and she's A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. I want to talk about you for a second. We're going to come back for a second.
Sure.
Because your background means a lot when you're going to do something like these kinds of treatments on someone. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's talk about you for a minute.
Oh, sure. So,
Your background. And
yeah.
everything.
I am a family nurse practitioner. I have been in the medical aesthetics industry for going on 6 years now. Prior to that, I did adult ICU here in the Valley, and I did a little bit of travel nursing as well, but kind of fell into like the aesthetics, wellness, beauty industry. I did a training and didn't realize that it was kind of what had been missing in my life. I didn't grow up a girly girl. I still can't do my eyeliner to this day, but I like helping people feel better. I like seeing the dramatic result. I like people feeling confident in their own skin, and I think that's something that most of us, or I know I struggled with growing up. So if I can help a little bit, then it fills my cup. It makes me happy.
If you can help people look like you, everybody should call in.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously. And 20% off anyone who calls in. It's a CO2 laser treatment. And our number here is 602-277-5369. And toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. One thing I have to say too, you know, like I said, it is a journey. You have that consultation. Let's see where you are right now. And even if you know, taking the steps to get there, you might already be, but taking the steps to be beautiful, you know, and feel good about your own skin. Now, you know, let me just say this, I have to, because a lot of people will say, well, you should be able to be, you know, and that's fine, you're right, they're
Yes,
right.
They are, yeah.
But there's also something called self-confidence. And if something can give you more self-confidence, what are your thoughts about that?
I agree. So I think that there's a misconception, especially when it comes to med spa service offerings, right? That you have to change yourself or look like everybody else to fit a beauty standard, which is typically more youthful. It's a specific face shape. But we don't believe in that, okay? Our business is, our whole slogan, I guess, or prophecy is you refreshed. That we've trademarked that. That's what we believe in, and we're not in the business of changing you. We just want it to look like you had the best night's sleep of your life and a really big glass of water.
That's awesome. Again, she's A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. She is located in Goodyear. She does free consultations. You can call her direct at 602-456-0543. The website is therefreshroom.com. Call in here, get 20% off at 602-277-5369. So, a little different. We're live in this room still because we're on Facebook.
Okay.
Okay. We're not out there, but we are here.
Okay.
Okay. So, when you work with people, because everybody wants a quick fix today.
Right.
What is your suggestion on that?
I think if they're promising quick results, that they're lying to you, honestly. I feel like when we're talking about treatment plans, we need to look at what your next year looks like, because you're going on vacation, you're going to be in the sun, you're doing different things. You can't fix or treat everyone's areas of concern in one appointment, honestly. And if somebody promises that to you, I don't think it's honest.
Right. And the downtime, I have to ask you, because you said it's like 4 to 6 days.
Yeah.
What's it look like?
Yes.
I mean, are we all bandaged up? I gotta ask.
Yeah, so it is a little bit more in depth. So when you leave the office, you're going to be really swollen, a little bloody, maybe a little bit bruised.
Do you cover that up or is that open?
With Aquaphor or Vaseline, depending on certain allergies, we want an inclusive barrier to keep that skin really, really hydrated because it's all open,
Okay.
right? It is at risk for infection. You want to be careful.
Sure.
And we send you home with tons and tons of treatment instructions. We check up on you every single day. It's
Yeah, we do need to talk about
yeah.
that too.
It's very hands-on. But
It's
from
important.
there,
Okay.
from there you kind of develop like a little bit of scabbing, still a little bit of swelling. But for that first 3 to 6 days, you really don't want to do anything. You probably don't want to leave the house.
Really? Yeah. I mean, I would think so. I mean, when you're having something like this done, you kind of know what
You're getting
is going to
into.
happen.
Yeah.
Right. But people should understand what you do to help them follow through with that.
Yeah.
You know, because that's super important.
Yes. Yeah.
You always want to have somebody that you can call and talk to.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing about going through someone like you, as opposed to, let's say you go to this surgery or surgical or plastic surgery doctors, they're not there, you know, they're in the, oh, we'll have to have them call you back, you know, and I think that's important that you are so hands-on
Yeah,
with them.
it's definitely different. There is a little bit of homework for you guys. You know, you have to do these vinegar soaks and a little bit of stuff, breakfast, lunch, dinner before bedtime for the first 6 days. So, I mean,
What's a vinegar soak? I mean, I eat it, I drink it
yeah.
every morning, but I don't know what a soak is.
So vinegar just helps take the sting out and keeps the tissue clean, but it's like putting a gauze with vinegar on your face.
Okay, I'm sure that, yeah, that's how, we don't have to talk about that.
Okay.
So welcome back, everyone. We're talking with Paige, Paige, and she is the owner of the Refresh Room. And why does she call it the Refresh Room? She wants to take you and refresh you a little bit, so no one has known that you've gone through some of the things that you do there, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, and what's really neat is that they're not changing you completely. They're just doing a little refresh, right? And one of the things that we're talking about right now, and she offers a plethora of different treatments that you offer. But today you wanted to talk about this CO2 laser treatment. It's a new treatment that they have there, and she's offering 20% off for anyone who calls, and I'm gonna let everyone call throughout the rest of the show for it. And our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. At the break, I was talking to you a little bit about, you know, everybody wants a quick fix. And what did you say?
I said that if somebody tells you they can give you a quick fix, they're lying to you. Most treatment plans for patients take up to a year, and that's being conservative because, again, unless you're wanting a surgical result, you want to wake up and look like somebody new, which some people do. Most of my clients don't, but we want to gradually enhance what you already have over a period of time that's not super noticeable to other people.
I love that. The other thing that I asked you is because, you know, we're talking about something that is going to have a little downtime to it, 4 to 6 days depending on the patient. But how you handle them is really important. I want to talk about that.
Yeah, so we're very hands-on. We follow up multiple times a day. You have our direct phone number. We're reaching out. We're sending pictures. We want to know how you're feeling, how things are going, because the downtime is a little bit more significant with this treatment. But in order to get that really dramatic result for skin resurfacing, that's just kind of what is required. But you're definitely not alone. We're not clocking out at the end of the day. Whenever you need us, we're there.
And the number to call is 602-456-0543. Her website is therefreshroom.com. She does do free consultations. She's A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. And her number again is 602-456-0543. Call in here and get entered. Well, not entered. We're just going to give everybody 20% off anyone who calls in. It's a CO2 laser treatment. So, okay, let's talk about the the candidate? Who's ideal for that?
Yeah, not everybody is a good candidate for this. So if you can't stay out of the sun for a prolonged period of time, my sun tanning lovers or my sunbed worshipers, this is not the treatment for you. If you are a really dark Fitzpatrick, so that 4, 5, 6 range, probably not going to be a good treatment for you. So we're looking for people that have a lighter ethnicity or skin tone, people that are not in the sun frequently, they haven't had any medications that are going to risk their sun exposure, like doxycycline, antibiotics, those sort of things in the last 2 weeks, and people that can have a little bit of downtime, because you're going to want to stay home for those 4 to 6 days.
Right. And if you're going to do something like this, first of all, the consultation is imperative. You also may not do it right away.
Right.
You know, that's another thing that she likes to talk to you and see where you're at, where your goals are, and where you're at right now, because it may not be right for that treatment right then and there.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Ideally, this treatment's for patients that have considered a facelift in the past or a neck lift, and they're looking for skin tightening but are afraid to go under the knife.
You know, my mother,
I hear this all the time.
well, she was born with no collagen in her
Oh,
skin.
wow.
So she was wrinkly at 40, she looked almost 60.
Wow.
She had really deep crevices, right? And it was very hard for her. And I always felt so sorry. And there's people out there that they look in the mirror, and I remember watching her do that and say, you know, touch her skin and pull it back, right? And what's nice about this too is obviously it's not a full-on, you know, plastic surgery like that. It is another level, but it's not going underneath the knife, and I think that's what's wonderful about that too, because a lot of people don't want that anymore, right?
That's true.
How long does a treatment take?
So in total, you'll be with us for about 2 hours, but the treatment itself takes between 25 and 35 minutes.
And what is the procedure?
So we'll start off with some pictures for your chart. We do some super strong topical numbing. It's the strongest numbing cream on the market. And then we go over all your pre-care, your post-care, what the treatment entails. We go through consents, everything to just kind of get you up to date with everything that you need to know about what we're going to do. And then from there, we'll take the numbing cream off and we start the treatment.
So it says here, walk us through what is actually happening at a cellular level during the treatment.
Sure. So the laser energy is absorbed by water in the skin, which causes controlled vaporization of damaged tissue. Around each of those little treatment zones, there is the healthy tissue, which helps speed up the healing process, essentially. All the skin heals, fibroblasts are activated. These cells are the ones that are responsible for producing collagen and elastin in the skin. And then over the following weeks to months, that new collagen recognizes and tightens the skin, which is why results often continue to improve over time. So it's one of those where it's not like, wow, this is what it's going to look like today. It's going to look even better in about 3 months.
Wow. A lot of people like to do these types of things before they're going, let's say, on a holiday, right now, or you might have a anniversary coming up or a family reunion, right? Would someone want to do something like this? I mean, obviously, you're going to give yourself enough time for it to work like that, but would they do that?
Yeah, they would. I would say probably I hear a lot family reunions or high school reunions where
high school reunions.
you want to show up and be, you know, the most refreshed one in the room. So, but yeah, you need a couple of months, I would say. Give it about 3 to 4 months before any big event, before any photos or anything that you're going to be, you know, really face forward for. You want to preserve that time.
So again, we've got our lines open here for everyone who calls in is going to get 20% off this CO2 laser treatment. And our number here is 602-277-5369. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. She does free consultations. Her number direct is 602-456-0543. And the website is therefreshroom.com. You got to tell everybody a little bit about why you think people should use the Refresh Room.
So I mean, as a nurse practitioner, I perform thorough consultations. We review the medical history, customize settings based on everybody's needs. I think, I mean, as a business, we focus on you, like you are our goal. But as a leader in the industry, when we're talking about results that are this dramatic, you want to go to somebody who is licensed for this. There is a lot of misinformation out there, especially in the state of Arizona, about who can do these procedures. And if they're not a nurse under the direct supervision of a nurse practitioner or higher, they are not legally allowed to offer these treatments. So when you're doing something this aggressive, and your face is everywhere,
I don't care if it's aggressive or not. I want to go to somebody who's top notch. You're touching me, I want somebody who's the best if I can, if I can help it. That's where I think a good consultation comes in.
It's true.
So what are some of the questions that people should ask you?
If you can afford the downtime, honestly, if you're somebody that's not going to be able to take time off of pickleball or golf or social events, then this is probably not the right treatment for you, honestly. A lot of times I also get about like going home and just forgetting about it. You have to keep up with your regimen, especially for the first 14 days, I would say. There's a little bit of homework on your end, so if you're not somebody that likes a little bit of homework, this is also probably not for you.
Well, if you're going to do something like this and you're having this done, you're going to want to make sure that you do it, follow the rules, follow what they say to do. Because if you don't, now you can't complain.
Right.
Which I'm sure you don't get any of that. What would be your final words for everybody out there?
I think final words on CO2 it is an incredible transformative treatment. I have seen people just shed tears of happiness after this, like not being dramatic, but honestly, because it does change so many of people's insecurities. We don't have to treat them if they don't bother you, but if they are, we might be a good fit for you, and you should come in.
Can you imagine going back in time without having to go under the knife, right? And 4 to 6 days, that's nothing really when you think about if you're putting effort into, what you look like in your skin, and to feel good again. A lot of people, there doesn't matter. There's different types of, different strokes for different folks is what they say out there. But what's right is that what makes you feel good is what it's all about, right? And this is, how many people even have this treatment? Not too many, or a lot of people do it?
There are several. I mean, we're definitely not the only provider here.
But the main thing is that you want to go to somebody who is a nurse like you or higher, right? And that is very important. You make sure that you ask the right questions before you do anything. And of course, having that consultation is the first thing. So her number is 602-456-0543. Her website is therefreshroom.com. She's rated with the Better Business Bureau, and we've got a lines open here for everyone to get 20% off this at 602-277-5369. Call throughout the rest of the show.